This is terrible lighting. But hopefully, hey, we've got lighting here so you can see me. I don't know how much I will vlog. I say that every time I try and vlog. It's been a day already and it's a huge weekend. So I will see how much I get done, get my brain around. But I'm currently in the green room at the Burlington Hotel in Bunbury, about to open for Ash Grunwald. I've always called him Grunwald. I think it's actually Grunwald for Ash. Anyway, let's say that. And sorry, messages coming through that I need to check. Originally, I was going to be on at 8:30. Now it's possibly 8:45, maybe later, because poor Ash missed a flight in Karratha, so he has only just landed in Perth Airport. He still has to get off the plane, get all his gear, get a hire car, and then travel 2 hours south to here. So I've kind of got to hold the fort until he can get here. And I don't want to make this about me, but I suppose I should, because this is a vlog, my vlog. But I'm already feeling like super fragile anyway, and rusty, because this is my first gig in over 3 months. And anytime I've been picking up the guitar at home, it's just been like acoustic vibes in the office, Wilson curled up on his dog bed. And now I'm going to try and... Can you tell I'm freaking out? I'm freaking out. I'm trying not to. I just... The funny thing is, if I just relaxed and enjoy it and did it for me, it's fine. But I want to do a good job for everyone who is here, and for Ash and all the management crew and things like that. I'm putting too much responsibility on myself, ultimately. Yeah. So anyway, I've made myself a cup of tea. It's lemon, hang on. Lemon, ginger, and a touch of Manuka honey. It's not gonna focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Focus. Anyway. I'm just going to have that and try it and calm down. I did have a rehearsal today, a run through, after I had already travelled to Barnett this morning. I had a 5:30 a.m. start, take my young horse Teddy up to Barnett, which is like an hour and 15 with the float, away from home to have a saddle fitting done, because I've been trying to get a saddle fitting since October, and it just happened that the saddle fitter was going to be down. So today's wasn't ideal, but I kind of needed to take the opportunity to make sure everything's okay for Teddy, and that the saddle's fitting correctly and I'm not doing any harm there. So that happened, then got home, regrouped, did have a nap because I am exhausted, and then have the rehearsal, and now here I am. We've done sound check. I'm just cribbing out and waiting to hear when I'm starting. And then, yeah. Okay, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna just shut up and chill. Okay, I will try and get something.
be that weirdo in the car talking to themselves. I did it. I survived it. It certainly wasn't my best set, best performance that I've ever done, but yeah, I still had moments of fun. Snapped a string, which wasn't ideal because I really wanted to play a couple of songs on that guitar. Still had like a couple of songs left. And I mean, would it be a Tracey Barnett vlog without some issues with the pedal board? I haven't been able to speak to the soundy, but from where I was, I could hear it phasing one channel in and out, and I don't know if that was him trying to finesse sound or if that was an issue at my end. So most likely, excuse me, I'll just have to have a play around at home, see what's going on. But people really connected to it. You know, I dare say there was some people out there that were, you know, just wanting Ash to already arrive. I can't be everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, I did connect with some people and even sold some merchandise. So yeah, I don't know, like, and there's been some really beautiful comments from people, and that connection is what live music is all about. Yeah, so I need to let myself off the hook from not doing perfectly. There's some really intense people out and about now. Don't want this to... Don't focus on this, focus on me. Yeah, hence why I'm hiding in the car at the moment. Ash hasn't finished playing yet. And I really like his music. And he's an incredible guitarist, vocalist, performer, connector, but I just don't know how much more of the people I can do at this hour because it's quite late. We're now at 20 to 12. So I'm not blaming people, but they're rather intoxicated. And I don't know, it just ramps up my anxiety being around people that are really, really drunk. I'm just sensitive that way. So yeah, I'm having a minute. Oh, whoa, so's the camera. So yeah, I'm just having a minute and then I will head back in there, but I don't know how long I'm going to stay. Plus I still have to drive back home. Yeah, which is just over an hour away. Okay. I'm going to stop being that weirdo talking to himself in the car now. Bye bye. Bye.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see you shake that thing to me. Let me see you shake that thing. All I wanted you to do was how you wanted to. Let me see you shake that thing.
So I'm still deciding if I will include it in the vlog or not, but just to make my weekend bigger, because I am the queen of overcommitting and then wondering what the actual heck I've done to myself. Tomorrow afternoon I have cross-country training with Teddy, and then the plan, and because it's the plan, I'll no doubt stick to it because I'm nuts. Plan is to then spend the night in camping in this 2-degree evenings weather, camp in Dardanup, and then we have a dressage competition on Sunday. I say dressage competition, but like mostly I'm just doing it because it's really good for Teddy to get out and be in the whiteboards, as they say, and it's good life experience for him, and it's close-ish to home, being only just over an hour away, hour and a half. So yeah, I don't expect us to actually be competitive, but I shouldn't put us down like that actually, because last time we did that competition, I did the grade below, so I was only doing what's called a prep test, and he actually won. So yeah, you never know, but we will see if I'm still feeling enthused to continue vlogging tomorrow, or if this is it.
You look so sleepy.
Hello, sweetie. Stand up. I'm sleeping.
Thought I'd do a quick little voiceover here. So really happy with how cross-country training went. There weren't a lot of jumps available to work on, but I certainly felt improvement on the ones that we could work on. Very grateful to the friend coming. And then we were on to our adjustment centre to camp for the evening. While he got settled in, I started cleaning all the tack.
It's a lot, isn't it, buddy? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, if I'm going to vlog this weekend, I haven't done much yesterday. I'm just packing up my camp in the horse float. It was warm in bed, but my God, it is cold now. Anyway, yeah, yesterday was a blur. I got home from Ash's gig at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then regrouped, packed up all the camping gear and stuff and went cross-country training with Teddy in the afternoon in Dardanup, which is about an hour and a half away from home.
which is why I opted to camp overnight, because we've got a dressage competition today up here in Bunbury, which is only like 20 minutes from here. I'm not sure if we'll actually do it. Teddy's eating and drinking and going to the toilet and everything, but I can tell he's stressed. So I'll see how he settles down. But otherwise I might just go do my helper duty and take him home without competing. Like, yeah, I say competing, it wasn't for the competition for us anyway, it was just to get him more time in the whiteboards, as they say, so just to give him life experience. So if that's a life experience he's not going to enjoy, I'd rather take him home. So we will see. After I've sat up last night in the cold cleaning gear, honestly, horse people, we're absolutely nuts. We pay to do this for fun. Anyway, I probably should have done like a bit of vlogging when my bed was set up because it's very cozy. I'll show you a little bit. So I got a little stretcher and then my swag, and I got a sleeping bag in there, and then I've had a crocheted doony, crocheted blankie as well. My bag has exploded. But yeah, I was sleeping in the horse bay. Oh, I look fantastic, don't I? Honestly, where were we camping before Woodies? They're amazing. Anyway, let's go get the big boy some breakfast. Breakfast for my boy. Here you go, buddy. Is that nicer? Good boy. Oh, sweetie. Things still taste funny, do they? Oh, there we go. I can see you a bit. Oh, my battery's about to go flat. But there's my headlamp gone. Yeah, it's just a been at home getting meowed at. Yeah, you want food, and well, I'm not sure how that happens. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how that happens. You're very cute, but ice is starting to melt. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Isn't it? See? Good boy. I don't have one. Oh my goodness. Oh, beautiful God.
You do it so well.
I do. I'm home. I'm home. I'm showered. Really tired. Wondering who the hell booked this weekend. But also happy. Oh! And Teddy came third. Can't hold up my ribbon, but he got a pretty ribbon. Most importantly, just so proud of him. A little recap of the day. It was a blur. Time went too fast. I had to argue with a ratchet strap that didn't want to release for so long that it meant that I didn't have time to plait Teddy before my helper duty, and plaiting's compulsory. So I went to my helper duty, and worst of all is I didn't have yards set up for Teddy, which really worried me because I just don't leave him tied up to the float. It doesn't seem fair, so he's not had to do it. But my helper duty was an hour and a half, so he was going to have to manage, but I had some really cool community around me this weekend, and so I said, if you happen to be around, can you keep an eye on him? If he looks really, really distressed, please come and get me. And even as I left, he was like calling out to me and pawing at the ground and kind of distressed. You gonna come up, Lewison? So yeah, somebody went and stood with him. Anyway, unbeknown to me is while I was doing my helper duty, my friends were like, let's plait Teddy up for Tracey. So I got out of my helper duty and I was kind of in a state, 'cause I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to have time to plait him. And they're like, he's plaited, he's calm, he's good to go. And I felt like I could have cried at that point, because that was just such a beautiful thing to do. Even down to my friend saying, oh, I didn't use any product in his mane because I was, you know, not sure if he had any allergies and I didn't want him to break out in hives or something. So they're just sewing in without product, and it's just a beautiful thing to do. So there was that. And then I also stuffed up my what? Cheese tacks. Let's get in the cheese tacks. Yeah, then I stuffed up my timing because obviously I was really tired, and I thought that my dressage test was 12:34 and it was 12:04. So I was in the warm-up and I was taking my time because my plan was to do a nice long easy warm-up for him, and you know, then hopefully nail the test, because it does take a bit longer to warm up, I think. I'm still working this out because we haven't done many. And yeah, then all of a sudden they're calling me in and I'm like, oh bother, I have messed this up. And I asked for clarification. I'm like, are they running ahead of time? They're like, oh, a little bit. So, you know, you can go on your official time if you want. And I'm like, how many before me? And they're like, oh, you're next in. And I'm like, oh, okay, so what was my test time? And they're like 12:04. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then went off and went, oh, that sucks. But he was an absolute trooper. And as I started going into the ring, he was like, didn't want to go in. He was really spooking at some bushes and stuff beside there. And then I could hear something in there. And I'm like, oh, I bet you it's kangaroos, because there's heaps of kangaroos on this, on those grounds. And I'm like, it's just Skippy Roos, bub, which is what I always say when we're out trail riding. He was like, oh, okay. And then off he went, you know, fine. Really impressed with the test that he did, especially considering no warm-up. And it makes me really excited because I feel like if I actually nail the warm-up for once, he probably has the potential to do a 70% test, which is, I think, awesome. Yeah. Can't remember where it was, around 65%, I think. 63 maybe? Can't remember off the top of my head. Came third anyway out of a decently big class. Like there was at least, I think at least 10 in that particular section of that class. Anyway, after that, but I did withdraw from our second test because on a competition level, it's not wise. And they did say to me, you're going to lose your leaderboard points and stuff. And I'm like, you know what, I don't care. And my friends were like, oh, you know, he'll be fine. And I'm like, no, he's really tired. And his flanks were starting to hollow in just a little bit because I didn't feel like he'd been drinking enough and been a big weekend. And he wasn't finishing his snacks and stuff like that. And I'm like, no. He's just, I know my boy, he's fried. I don't want to ask any more of him. So I withdrew and came home. And lucky I did, because I'm getting home at 7 o'clock. And I've got work tomorrow. Anyway, that's enough babbling. It was a really cup-filling weekend. Lots of lovely people around me. And now I get to be home with the beautiful fur babes and my husband. Husband's on a podcast, so he can't even hear me singing his praises. He's looking at me now.
What?
Nothing.
What?
You want to say hi to the vlog?
Not particularly.
No. No, he doesn't want to say hi to you guys.
Live, laugh, love.
All
Hello
right.
everybody, this is me.
I'm going to go have some dinner with my family. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, 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 bye.